guys, so welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the first video of my Love It and Hate It series. This one is going to be on eyeshadow palettes, and then the next one's probably going to be mascara, of course. And then the next one's probably going to be like primers and foundations, and yeah. So if you're excited about this video, give this video a thumbs up, well, this series. And yeah, so I'm gonna get started. This video might be a little long, so I'm not really going to have like my normal like intros and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys are interested in what I have on my face, I have my Bare Minerals To Go Complexion Palette. It looks just like this. You can get it from Sephora or Ulta. Yeah, basically all of that. I have like basically all that all over my face. I didn't really do too much for my eyes. My eyes, I just used my Voluminous Miss Manga mascara. And I decided to test this out just to see if I like it or not, and I'm actually like really loving it. So, and then for my brows, I just have my Rimmel Brow This Way tinted brow gel. So, you know, I just have some simple stuff on today. I figured I'd do something because like these past videos I really haven't had any like makeup on, and I feel like I'm scaring a lot of people away because I don't have any makeup on. But alright, so I'm gonna get started. I'm just gonna basically first, I think it's gonna be a mix of drugstore and high-end, of course. So I'm gonna start off with the ones that I don't really particularly like, but I still have in my collection. And yeah, that way I leave this video off on a good note. So it's basically gonna be like the ones that I like really hate, and then so-so, and then the ones I like really love. The first ones that I'm not really a fan of, I bought these, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, and I featured these in like one of my first like Ulta hauls while I was at my mom's, and I bought these NYX Love and Rio eyeshadow like trio palettes, and this one, see, like, this is why it's just like so confusing, because this one is the Carnival de Sol one. This one is so pigmented, and I'm just like, alright, so I'm just gonna do like a little swatch, and it's weird, like they're pigmented but they're like chalky at the same time. So those are them swatched on my finger, and I'm just so, I mean, they're pigmented, but they're just like chalky. So these colors show up pretty well if you use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, like the milk one. And then there's this one, Life is a Cha-Cha, and this just, there's like nothing. Like this lavender right here, like that's it swatched. And it's not even, like, I don't know, like they're just, like this palette itself, it's not even pigmented. Like the most pigmented color is this dark purple. These two, forget about it. Like they're not even pigmented at all. So there's that purple that I just swatched. So, I mean, if you're like a beginner, I would definitely recommend these just because they are worth it if you buy the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil and milk. Like if you buy it with it, then you'll be set. But if you don't, then these are just like, forget about it, you know. Alright, so the next eyeshadow palette I'm going to talk about is this Hard Candy eyeshadow palette, and this one doesn't even have a name. I just got this one for Christmas in like one of the Hard Candy like gift pack things. It looks just like this. I have featured this before in a couple of my videos. I know one of them that I can think offhand, it's like my mermaid eyes video, and I have used like a couple of these colors, but The reason why I don't like this eyeshadow palette is because it's chalky. I mean, they're okay, like the pigmentation is okay, but it's just like, I don't know, like there's the first 3 eyeshadows swatched, so that, and it's just like a couple of them like skip, like I can't really. And then there's like this blue, which I thought was like the prettiest out of like the whole palette, and there's like no pigmentation whatsoever, unless like you really press hard, and that's just going back into the palette like 3 times, like rubbing it. So imagine using a brush with this. It's just like, it's an okay palette, but for me it's just a dud. And it's like blue eyeshadows really aren't that cool anymore. Alright, so next, so like those are the 2 palettes that I'm just like, hate them. These next ones are like so palettes, and then I'm gonna move on to the ones I love. So the ones that are like so are these Maybelline nude palettes. I'm sure you guys have seen these a lot. So you have the blush nudes, you have the regular, the nudes, and then you have their newest one, which is the rock nudes. And probably out of all of them, the one I've like most used is the nudes one, just because the pigmentation, it's like okay in this palette. But out of all of them, the worst one is probably the blush nudes, only because the color payoff, it doesn't stay on the eyes. Even if I used an eyeshadow primer, it just didn't stay, like it doesn't stay like all day long. Like when I'm at work, I find that it just but I just find that the color just doesn't last. I did do a look featuring this one, the Rock Nudes by Maybelline, and this one is okay. But like I said, it's just like the other ones, like it's not really great, but if you're starting off with makeup, these palettes are the way to go. That way you can figure out like how to build mascara and how to like start off with the simple stuff. They are great to have in your collection because like I said, a lot of these colors are really pretty. But yeah, but out of all of them, like I would not go for the blush nudes one. I would stick with the regular nudes and the rock nudes. But yeah. Alright, so the next one we're going to talk about is this one. It's called Bear. And it's this eyeshadow palette. You can get it from Five Below. And this is what it looks like. So you get like the more like warmer tones over here, and then you get like the rosy neutral colors over here, which is, this palette is actually pretty cool. And for $5, I say it's definitely worth it. I got this as a Christmas gift, but the only colors that I've actually used out of it is just like the rosy tones, just because I find like the blush nudes just didn't really cut it for me. So in this kit you also get like an eyeshadow primer, and you also get like this doe foot applicator. And yeah, like these are like okay, like quality, like I'm not saying it's like compared to like the Naked palette or anything, but it's just like and it's the same with like the Maybelline ones, like they're so-so, like they're okay, like they're definitely workable. And yeah, like surprisingly, like these are really pretty. Like that's just one of the colors I swatched. I could do the rosy one in here. So that's like the rose one on top, and then the brown. So like I said, like this palette is like definitely worth it. Like, and it's perfect for like every day. And yeah, yeah, I haven't like used the eyeshadow primer just because I fell in love with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. So yeah, I'll have to try this out sometime. So yeah, it looks kind of silk to me. Yeah, feels like a face primer. Alright, so that's it for my so-so pile. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the palettes that I love. And of course, you guys probably figured out which palettes they are by now. So this is one of my favorites from Eyes, Lips, and Face. This is their Prism eyeshadow. This is the one in Naked. And I featured this in, I think, my unboxing haul, but these shadows are just absolutely amazing. They're really easy to blend, they're really easy to work with, they're really highly pigmented, and yeah, like this is just a score from e.l.f. I do believe this is $10. You can get it from Target, eyeslipsandface.com, some Walmarts might have it, but yeah. This up. I definitely recommend having this in your eyeshadow palette collection. Alright, so the next one I'm going to talk about is from Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. And I actually got this for Christmas. I really, like, at the time of me getting my regular, like the first Naked palette, I couldn't decide between that one or the Naked 2 because I find that cooler eyeshadows work with my skin tone better than warmer eyeshadows. But I found that a lot, I still want to get the Naked 2 palette, but for now I'm like really excited about this one. And I've used this a couple times. But as you can tell, they're a lot cooler in colors and they're just really workable. And yeah, so in comparison to like the regular Naked palette, like they're just a lot cooler, and it basically coinheres with the like original Naked 2 palette. So hopefully you guys are able to see that. So obviously the Naked 2 is a lot cooler compared to the original Naked. Yeah, so I highly recommend this one as well. This one retails, I think, for $29 or $39. I don't know. I got like money off on this, so I can't really remember how much it was, but yeah, definitely recommend this one in your collection as well. Of course, the original Urban Decay Naked palette. You can't go wrong. Every girl needs a basic, everyday eye makeup eyeshadow palette, and that is the Urban Decay Naked palette. Yeah, it's $54, but you're paying for the quality of the eyeshadows, and by that I mean like these eyeshadows are so highly pigmented, and it's crazy. Like my favorite color, like the reason why I bought this palette is just for like this color called Sidecar. So that is the color right there. So that is Sidecar, and as you can see, like these are so highly pigmented, like it's unbelievable. And they're so pretty, and they're just really easy to work with, really easy to blend. And yeah, so I definitely, like, I do believe every girl needs their Holy Grail eyeshadow palette. Oh, great. Got these swatches. Alright, and then the last eyeshadow palette I'm going to talk about, and this one, honestly, like, it's just hard for me because I don't know if I love this one more than the Naked palette, but when I'm doing my makeup, I find that I reach for this palette more than the Naked palette, but occasionally, like, there's just certain colors in the Naked palette that is not in this palette that I'm about to talk about. So it's like, in a way, like I kind of use both. And that palette is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And I am like absolutely in love with this palette. Not because it smells like chocolate, but it actually really doesn't smell like chocolate really anymore. Just because I've used it so much. And yeah, in a way, like these are kind of like dupes for each other. Like a lot of these colors are like kind of identical. But I don't know, I just find myself reaching for the chocolate bar more. And yeah, it's just absolutely love it. So I'm hoping that one of these days I'm actually going to get, I don't know if I want the Too Faced chocolate bar semi-sweet chocolate bar or the Too Faced bonbon one, because I don't know, I just feel like the semi-sweet chocolate bar, it looks like pretty much the same as the first one, so I'm probably going to get in the bonbon one. But yeah, so that was my video on Love It or Hate It on eyeshadow palettes. Make sure you guys stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be on mascaras. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!